Welcome to Bell Brothers Brewing. Engineers talk about beers.
Today we're doing Laughing Lab Scottish Ale.
This is from Bristol's 25th anniversary birthday box, their first one, and you saw the blind tasting that we did on that in the last episode. Now that we know what it is, maybe we can taste what it's supposed to taste like.
We can not completely fail a blind tasting.
I hope you enjoyed that. If you didn't, go check it out. We'll put a link in the comments or something.
And if you didn't enjoy it and you did watch it, well, you have no sense of humor, so it's great. Let's open it up.
Yeah?
Yeah. So I'm going to talk about a Scottish ale now while he opens it. Scottish ales are, your standard go-to in the English Isles. They're a malty style with notes of bread and bread crust usually. Not a lot of hops, not a lot of crazy flavors, just sort of good, grainy, bready flavors.
They're a good foundation beer, kind of like the American light lager is the foundation of American beer.
Yeah.
So in that same sense, this is, we'll call it
the foundation of Scottish beer.
The foundation of Scottish beer.
So it's a nice coppery color. I've got the lights here. Yeah, pretty much coppery, not really any special colors. Not a lot of head, but that may be the pour.
You saying I don't pour with good head?
Not this time around.
All right.
Usually you get fairly good head. But,
I agree with you. The color is good. There's definitely a little bit of like a brown, almost yellow or gold kind of hue to it versus like a red hue or
not
rubies.
Really any amber or red notes, red highlights in it.
Yeah.
It's really just sort of amber with maybe some brown.
Agreed. How's it smell?
Smells grainy with a little bit of hop, but almost imperceptible. But mostly grainy and a hint of earthy.
I would agree with that. There's definitely some earthiness to it. That's something, or more like a muted. If you're into cooking, it's that umami kind of, like a mushroom, right? Or like a musty.
This beer smells like a mushroom.
No,
it does not
earth.
smell like a mushroom.
It smells like earth.
I got you. I couldn't resist the mushroom.
Mushroom.
Badger.
You're the one that said a beer smelled like a ramen flavor packet.
No, I said it tasted like a beef ramen flavor packet. It's different. And it did taste like beef ramen flavor packet.
There's definitely the earthiness in the aroma. I agree that the sweet kind of caramel, not really caramels, that biscuit, possibly toast,
grainy,
and
earthy.
Definitely grainy. I would say that almost equal grainy to earthiness.
Yeah.
Now here's a question. When you guys did your blind tasting, you said it smelled like nothing.
Yeah. Maybe it's just that we need more of it.
Maybe.
Or the small cups.
Small cups might have been making it hard to smell.
There's a possibility that maybe we'll have to do blind tastings with bigger cups.
Yeah.
Or like wide open snifters or something like that. Actually, that might work better is if we get the big snifter glasses and
you really get the smell for it.
But in this case, yeah, I think there's definitely, maybe it's just minute, or it could be complete perception, complete horseshit.
That we know what it is, so we know what it should smell like. It's always easier when you know what you're looking at.
Cody, you're where they get the comment, chewing your beer from.
There's, you make a funny face. Honestly, I think like that toasted cracker or like a
Just toast.
toast. Yeah, just it tastes like toast. That's the best way to describe it. It is. There's some
Toasty.
caramel or malt sweetness involved, not caramel, malt sweetness. That is more of those grains, the graininess that's in there, and then that toasted bread kind of. And it's not burnt. If you think of toasted
like
bread,
perfectly toasted toast.
Yeah, perfectly toasted toast. Where it's like brown, but not like black.
Yeah, light golden brown toast.
With Wonder Bread. Because it can't be like that whole wheat stuff where the Elijah,
Where it actually
the
tastes like something.
the Jesus bread that Mom likes. Ezekiel
bread, yeah.
Oh,
It does have a hint of hop bitterness in the finish. Not a lot. It's a real light hop bitterness, exactly like you'd expect. And not really any hop flavor. It's pretty much just the bready, toasty notes, a little bit of graininess.
There might be some of that earthy, just a little bit. It's toned way down. It comes in from the bitterness of the hop. There's like a mild, earthy
finish, sort of the aftertaste.
Yeah.
I'll give
That kind of balances out that piece. If I had to put a flavor to the hop, I would say mildly earthy. So it's probably more of an English style hop, which makes sense for.
Surprise! English hop and an English beer.
I know, crazy, right? And as far as the toasty.
Put
It's all
American hops.
American hops.
It was Sasquatch.
Sorry, hanging with Sasquatch for a description of terroir and American hops.
Mouthfeel, medium. I think distinctly medium. Little medium carbonation, medium thickness. Very medium.
Yeah, the carbonation, you can kind of feel some of the carbonic bite, but it weakens off pretty quickly. There's nothing crazy strong about it, but it's definitely not, it's not flat or really low like you would out of a stout.
Yep.
And it's not high octane like a American light lager.
Yep.
Where it's basically a soda in a can.
You're not really getting those velvety or like nitrous type things. Like it doesn't
No.
feel real different. It feels medium. Very medium in every
It's a
way.
very medium beer.
Which is good. It's what it's supposed to be.
Right. Two style, very medium. This beer is medium.
Done.
Overall impression, if I had to grade it, two style, like 8.5, 9,
8.5,
right?
It's right
Easy.
on.
It is. I mean, it's probably because they're not big enough. They're not listed in the BJCP guidelines. But if they were, they'd be
up there. That's almost exactly what you expect from a Scottish ale, in every way.
So then why are you rating it as an 8.5, 9 instead of a 10?
no beer can be perfect.
Yeah.
Like your teacher always told you in school, nobody's 100%.
Bristol's pretty close.
That's how rating systems work. Can't ever give somebody a perfect score because there might be something better.
There might be something better. I don't know. As a Scottish, there's definitely been some homebrew that I've tasted as a Scottish ale that I would almost prefer, just because it I don't know, tweaks.
That
it
was like a
so-
wee heavy sort of deal though.
I guess.
So, and the wee heavy has more flavor, which is probably, I think the 8.5 and such is because to style it's very close, but to our palate it's medium.
So if you were
Okay.
going to rate it to style,
Yeah.
It's probably a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's
Two styles,
almost right
10 out
on.
of 10. Personal preference, I would say probably like a 6.
Yeah, 6 or 7. It's good, but it's not particularly interesting. It's a really good one if you wanted a nice simple beer to drink while sitting on a patio.
I have to defend my lab. It's the one I drink every time I go into the
And
tap house.
and I actively don't order this one every time I go into Bristol because they have so many other beers and their IPAs, especially the Tesla or the World
Compass
Peace
on
Death
Nitro.
World
Ray.
Peace Death Ray, Compass on Nitro.
There's a tropical pale ale that's now on there. They just knock it out of the park. They do a
We've
great
got so
job.
many other interesting things. Why would you go for medium?
And if you're ever in the brewery and you're not sure what to order, or you like IPAs and you want something different, off menu they have a Compass on Nitro, which is their traditional IPA but with nitro gas and primo.
Very good.
So we're hoping in the next month or so to actually be able to announce a possible location and a deal for Bell Brothers Brewing. We can hopefully outline our opening dates and really give you some new news on Kickstarter and giving us some money. Because we need money. And that's what Kickstarter is for, right? Is that we don't have a whole buttload of cash, and hopefully everybody can pitch in a little bit and get us to our day of opening so that we can make some money.
And you can have great beer.
And you can have great beer in the fountain security area.
Or if you just want to drive there, you know.
Thanks for visiting us here at Bell Brothers Brewing.
This has been Engineers talking about beers.
Cheers.